Am I in a relationship?
Yup.
I'm in multiple.
Monogamy's for you, it's not for me.
I don't believe in cheating. I feel like a man should be allowed to have more than one woman.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video. So recently, singer Chris Brown was on Cenat's stream, and just like Cenat does with every person that he brings onto his show, you know, he asked about Chris Brown's relationships and you know, if he was in a relationship.
Are you in a relationship right now?
Me? Am I in a relationship?
Yup.
Now, interestingly enough, you know, this clip obviously went viral all over social media, in which Chris Brown was displaying the fact that he was involved in several relationships.
I'm in multiple. What do you mean?
Like more than one girlfriend?
It's something like that.
Okay.
And, you know, I found it interesting that on the comment sections of these posts, it was full of women who had no issue with the fact that he was involved with multiple people, as well as women who were auditioning themselves or, you know, typing how they would be a good addition to his list of women to be in a relationship with. Shortly after that, an interview with Neo, in which Neo talked about the fact that he was in a relationship with multiple women, also hit the internet. I think that is so funny how, you know, women always complain of, oh, you know, I would never be with a man who's cheating, or I'll never be with a man who has multiple women. You know, we don't want that. We want the monogamous man. We want the man who only wants one woman. Like, women will always, you know, jump out on the limb and say those things or demonize men who are interested in being with more than one woman. But what's so interesting is that they don't have the same gaze for men who are high earning.
Society tells you that you're supposed to be with one person. You get married and y'all supposed to be together forever. I am not on marriage. I am not sitting on anyone who has figured out how to make that thing work for them. Again, everything's not for everybody. Monogamy's for you, it's not for me.
They see, you know, the Chris Brown or the Neo, men who are high earning, and they have no problem, you know, falling in line or being a part of the situation. They also find no fault for what these men are doing, but they miss the fact that this is actually a part of a lot of men's natural genetic makeup.
It's okay. It's not me saying it's okay. This is how they're living. I'm giving you the history of what their life is. Black men haven't been waiting on me to tell them it's all right to have more than one woman. Neither have white men.
There are a lot of men who are naturally wired to be in multiple relationships at one time. You can even look at just, you know, nature, science, if you will. You know, a woman can get pregnant once in a 9-month span. A man can impregnate the whole world if he wanted to within that time. Like, we are just, you know, created and made differently.
Biologically, sex is designed for one main purpose: procreation. For each sexual act, the woman's one egg is matched by the man's 120 million sperm cells. This points to one clear fact: a man is, by nature, polygamous.
The issue is that a lot of women you know, have a problem with men exercising their options or being able to do that, because a lot of the women who have issue with that or find fault with that do not want to be in a space that they feel like they have to compete with other women.
Evolutionary thing. Women would compete for men, and that's how we would survive. We can't go and hunt and gather ourselves. We'd rely on a man, and the strongest, best man we would take from another woman if we had to.
Majority of the time that you hear these women, you know, complaining or saying, oh, you know, I would never be with a man who do this, or, oh, these men, oh, they're dogs, you know, they always want to go out here and like up all these women. Oh, why they liking these women pictures? The women who are doing that, a lot of these women have insecurities within themselves, and because they don't feel like, you know, going to the gym, because they don't feel like putting you know, extra attention on themselves, they demonize the men and make it seem like there's something, you know, completely wrong with them, like that they should be like institutionalized because of the fact that men are attracted to other women.
This man has been playing me the whole time. No. But I knew it was like a sickness, because it was like all types of women.
When I see these situations personally, you know, I'm very well aware of the fact that there are men who are monogamous and who only want to be in a relationship with one woman, right? There are men who say, I want a family structure. I don't want to deal with multiple attitudes. I don't want to deal with, the burden of having to provide or take care of multiple women, whether it's financially or emotionally. There are men who stand there and say, I want to be with one woman. I want to have a family structure. I want one wife. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to step out of the relationship. But interestingly enough, the men who stand out there and say, I want one woman, I want one wife, I don't want multiple women, women have shown time and time again that they don't want to be in intimate relationships with that man. They all want to chase after the same man.
I'm not doing situationship. You either gonna be mine or you gonna be for the streets. You pick. I know what I deserve, and I deserve better. I'm not finna put my heart on a pedestal again. I just want one person that's loyal, that's genuine, that's down to earth like I am, that's clingy. It's like nowadays, women really lose value of themselves. I want my woman just to be mine and mine only. I'm not settling for less. No more, gang. Just be my woman. Let me spoil you. I'm tired of looking like a goofy.
They'd rather be an option for that same man, that one man, the high earning man, whether it's because he's, attractive, again, because he's high earning, because of, the state that he's in where he has a lot of power. They would rather be an option to one man rather than have the full undivided attention from the man who is not in that space.
Most girls are going to be very unhappy in this generation. They all want the same guy. The guy that has the most money, best looking, tall, has his stuff together, loyal, all these things. But the question is that you girls don't ask yourselves, what is it that that man wants? How rare is that man? How many girls want that guy? You ever thought about that?
I think that oftentimes, a lot of people get caught up in how things are, quote unquote, supposed to be, how people are, quote unquote, supposed to move. If 1 + 1 = 2, then this is the only way that people are supposed to go about doing things in a certain light. Or unless you are attached to a certain belief system or a certain religion, then we're going to demean you or diminish you because of the way in which you want to do things. And I have to say, I've never agreed with that. Right? I've never 100%, stood 10 toes down and believed in everything being in a perfect, systematical, way that people are supposed to maneuver. I've never thought that way. Right? I'm very well aware that there are men who are capable of being and maintaining the emotional load, again, the financial responsibility of being in a relationship with multiple women. It's clear, right? It's evident. But beyond that, it's deeper than just, who's capable or who's not capable. What I wanted to point out within this whole situation is the hypocrisy. Because if women had such a truly deep-rooted problem with men being wanted by many other women or men having options, then a lot of women would not even be in the spaces to be in the relationships with these men.
I am poly. I don't believe in cheating. I feel like a man should be allowed to have more than one woman.
Oh my God.
So I'm okay with my man being with more than one woman.
Right? The men who wanted to be in relationships with multiple women would have no options if there were not women out there who were okay with that, who weren't okay with that. Right? There would not be, any situation in which men are able to be in a relationship with one woman and still, have a woman over here, a woman over there, or procreate, or like in Neo's situation where all of them live under the same roof. There are women who are okay with that. What I find is that a lot of women, okay, in my personal opinion, they get into relationships with men and they know exactly who the man is. He's telling them, straight up. You'll have a man get into a relationship with a woman and say, listen, I'm not the marrying type. I don't want to be a husband. I'm interested in having multiple women. And a woman will get into that relationship and try to change the man and try to, quote unquote, fix what's broken in him or right his wrongs so that he can fit into the mold of what she wants.
Emulate the person that he could be, but he's not that person.
That shit
Yeah.
never works.
In
never
Delululand it works. In Delululand it works.
That shit don't
Oh,
work.
my love.
If you're sane,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm delusional.
She wants a man who's highly desirable, that every woman wants, but she can, take him and put him in this seat of being a traditional man who is only going to have eyes for her and only love her. I think the actual injustice that we see is when people are trying to force themselves into roles knowing that that's not what is true to themselves. And again, women getting into relationships with men and trying to force them to be something, or they're, so delusional with everything that the man says that he is or he's not. They're trying to, I can fix that. I can change that. They'll have a man who says, I want no children. And they'll say, oh, after we're together for a certain amount of time, I'm sure I can change his mind in that. No. If you want, the house with the picket fence with the 2.5 kids and a dog and all that, you need to find somebody who aligns with that mindset. Point blank, period. And I also believe that if you are a man who is in a space that you want to exercise options, you need to always lead with that 10 toes down.
How do you balance that? Because that's a lot of balance unless they just
keep it 100. Just be honest.
No matter what the situation looks like, no matter what it seems like, you never need to waver on what it is that you want, because you will only be doing an injustice to yourself and to another person if you are living a lie. Bottom line. And again, if these situations, the reason why they're obviously worth talking about is because people are actively doing these things. And then you have women who they will get mad at their man for liking another girl's comment. They will get mad at their man, for entertaining other women, or even just, casually. They're walking in the grocery store and he casually sees a woman walk by and he looks at her. They will get mad and have an attitude all day for the fact that he made eye contact with another woman. But these same women are in the comment section supporting these kind of behaviors.
You go to a club and then you might see a girl. Like, I don't want to take anybody away from they significant other.
You know why it hurts just a little bit more when your girl have a celebrity crush? Because she can be gone. Your girl's celebrity crush can DM her and she is gone like vapor.
They're more than supporting it. Just like the woman who humiliated her husband by talking about this same Chris Brown and had him in her wedding vows.
Well. We finally made it to the day. The day when I give up all my dreams on Chris Brown.
People, we have to be honest with one another. And in being honest and being truthful with one another, you are able to have better results in relationships, as well as with women. You have to be honest with yourself. You see this man for who he is. If he does not change one thing about himself, are you going to be okay with that moving forward? If the answer is no, then maybe you need to look elsewhere. Maybe that relationship is not for you. But trying to force things or trying to force people to not be who they are or who they say they are is, again, one of the biggest problems that happen in relationships. Again, it's a part of the vetting process. If you are not vetting accordingly, how are you expecting to get certain results? It's not going to happen. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.